Yeah. We're live, I think. Oh, yeah. I think we're live. I'm pretty sure we're live. I need to figure out how to not get certain things to break, but that's fine. I'm gonna delete that old one, and yeah, pretty sure we're live. So, hey everybody, or anybody. This is a super early morning stream, because that's how I roll. On a weekend, apparently. I just woke up today and decided I was gonna stream, because I know I'm going on a trip early next week, so I'll be doing Monday to Wednesday. So I'm definitely gonna wake up super early and do my morning video for Monday morning, and then gonna see if I can maybe record another video for later on. But yeah, figured I'd get my streams in, because I woke up and I felt productive, so why not? That's how we roll. But I got my interface updated a little. We're streaming on multiple platforms. Like, we're getting pretty serious up in this thing. So that's cool. But I hope everyone's having a pretty chill Sunday. I'm pretty sure I'm doing my adventure boards with this team right now for some reason. Sure, why not? That's how we do it. Oh man. I'm extremely happy that my Guild Wars went well this morning. That could have been super not fun. But we ended up pretty damn solid, so hooray for us. It was actually a really bad week though. Like my Guild Wars week was actually trash. Like I actually have done worse the last 3 weeks. Or 3 Guild Wars. Like I went from Paragon to Champion to like Herald. I'm not quite Soldier level yet, but like goddamn, it's went pretty bad. So I definitely got to work on that. But we'll get there. I definitely need to redo some of my teams though. I mean, just given like the way the meta is progressing these days, it just kind of feels like I have no choice but to give my teams a nice little once over. So I'll be doing that, for sure. I actually have like a crap ton of bounties that I need to do too, so that's gonna be cool. The bounty this time around has actually been super nice and easy, so I mean that's pretty great. The new troop they gave us is gonna be amazing for all future bounties as well. Like the fact that he's such a strong mana generator, it's going to be very, very nice for future bounties. I've actually been really happy with the trend that they've been doing with all of that. Like the bounty troops that we've been getting lately are a lot more mana generation heavy, so you can kind of build around some of the existing damage teams, so that's actually really nice. It's kind of funny. I'm out here streaming and I imagine like no one's even awake yet. But that's fine. This will be content for the folks on the YouTubes anyway. But yeah, we got my wheel spin thingy updated. I got, what was it, my girlfriend was over last night and she was helping me edit the stream a little bit. As far as like some of the visual elements. There were some things that I agree could have been punched up, so we spent some time like just messing around with the interface. And I apologize to anyone that was watching me last night that saw me like tinkering around on the stream. That was something that I absolutely had to do. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna see what happens. Somehow I got like a Twitch follower last night, like when I was just messing around with my stream thing. So apparently either someone was magically looking for me on, or looking for Gems of War streams last night, or I just somehow got... I don't even know what happened actually, but it was pretty cool. I'm not gonna complain that somebody found my video. We're gonna see how it goes as far as like streaming on all these other platforms. I think it could be fun. I mean, it's not really hurting any of my core users. Hey, how's it going, Matt? Good morning to you. Or maybe not good morning, depending on where you are. But, yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. I've got this new chat thing too, so like this chat window thing, I can't point it out to you, but just pretend my mouse is like hovering over there. It's actually going to be integrating the chat from 3 different streaming services, so like whenever I type, it's going to show up 3 times because it's like sending it to all of them, but they'll be like chatting with everybody, so that's kind of cool. We'll see how that goes. If that gets awkward, I'll change it, but hell yeah, 10 a.m. streams, that's what I'm talking about. I can't wait to show you my new wheel situation I got. Hell, I'll just spin it for fun. Check out the new wheel right in the logo. Oh, the production value. Out of control. My god. I figured that would be a way cooler way to do it than the way I was before. So that way it's like not taking up the actual screen. Oh, that was so close. That was super close. Holy crap. For a half second I thought that actually said yes. It's probably not the brightest idea to have the text be green like that, because it almost makes it look like it's a success no matter what. Oh well. Yeah, I'm really trying to give all my stream stuff some love. I mean, I just like, it's really fun to tinker with. Just all the different things. The problem I'm gonna definitely run into though is that all the notifications and things like that for the stream are all going to be specific to probably one platform, I think. So like every notification that pops up is probably going to be YouTube specific, which makes sense. Like that's my core audience anyway. If I end up getting viewers on any of the other services, like that's just, you know, bonus as far as I'm concerned. But the fact that I got like a random ass person on Twitch last night just by messing around for 10 seconds, at least to me, shows that there's some value there. So I'll definitely be doing that. I have like 20 some odd sigils that I need to be spending on this bounty event, so I'm definitely going to be doing me some of that. Yeah, it was kind of interesting to see what the Shark Week reward was going to be. Like, I wasn't sure what they were going to end up having it be. It wasn't terrible. I think it was, what, like 50 gems and some trade stones or whatever? That's not terrible. Of all things on the planet they could have done. Like, that's not so bad at all. I mean, I'll take a free 50 gemmer. Why not? What's not to like? I was actually also really shocked to see that they had an Orb of Power up for purchase. Like, I'm not 100% sure, but that feels like the first time that you've ever been able to just outright buy an Orb of Power before. I mean, you could argue people were essentially buying them by spending like 1 trillion gems before, but I mean, this was like the first time I think I've ever just seen like an Orb of Power just like straight up offered to people for purchase. That was kind of crazy. I'm sure some people that were like just a little, like a hair away from grabbing a Zul'Goth were like super pumped to see that. I bet you they got some veterans to bite on that. And I wonder if those veterans were just super mad or super happy. I thought that was kind of cool. I mean, it's an option if nothing else, right? Like, no one's forcing anyone to buy something, but I just was kind of shocked, honestly. I wasn't expecting to see that in there. Make sure to do your dungeons today. Sunday Fun Day. You always get the super diamonds up in this thing. I'm pretty sure I'm super low on diamonds because I just recently... Oh, that's not as low as I thought it was. Although I apparently have a ton of these. Let's just go ahead and make those so I feel better about myself. Yeah, now we're up to 1500-ish. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, bounties. So, I mean, yeah, I've got 28 of them that I need to do. That's going to be a good time. But this is the team I've been running with. Like, the fact that every single one of these people is a mana generator at this point is, like, super nice. Yeah, I can tell they're definitely messing around with the monetization right now. Like, the fact that they sold an Orb of Power is a sign that they're looking to expand their horizons as far as, like, what they'll allow people to purchase. I mean, at this point, it feels like everything's on the table. I think it'll be, like, a really big turning point when they straight up just, like, sell a Mythic. like when it's a new Mythic week or something like that, and they'll just straight up sell it to you if you want it. Like, I imagine that's probably not too far from now if that's something that they actually just did. I could see it coming. So yeah, the whole trick with this team is basically just cast Pharaoh and then use Yao. Like, that's like literally the entirety of this team. Hey, morning G-Man, how's it going? Welcome to the early morning stream, at least if you're on the East Coast. I mean, for me right now, it's like not even 10 a.m. But I just had to stream, you know? I just kind of had to do it. Who am I to deny my viewers a stream first thing in the morning on a Sunday? So yeah, this team is just like very, very easy to use. Like, I mean, it's kind of foolproof. The only thing that gets a little dicey sometimes is Pharaoh will cause bone storms when you kill somebody, so that gets a little exciting sometimes. But I mean, the amount of mana generation that you get with this team is really nice. The amount of board resetting you can do, like I have another Yao match there, it's actually really easy to do. And I see we've got a friend on Mixer. How's it going, my Mixer man? Or woman? Not to be presumptive there. But yeah, I think we're gonna give the new wheel a spin, a proper spin here. Oh yeah, look at that. It's so sexy. I love that actually. I get way too excited about the dumbest stuff. Like that honestly makes me very happy that it looks all pretty inside that little window there. That's what I'm talking about. And we're already off to Yao Land. What did we get? What did we get? No. Yeah, as I mentioned before, I totally need to change the color on that. That's going to get confusing as hell to everybody. The fact that the color looks like it's a success every time. Yeah, definitely got to fix that. But that's fine. I did make sure that the text was legible, so that way we could at least see what the hell it said. Because I'll never forget on that one stream I like spun the wheel and I didn't even frickin' see what I said. Like, I didn't see what the result actually was. Yeah, Excavator would also be super nice, because he's going to give you that extra red. You're probably right, honestly. Like, I could, well, no, Excavator wouldn't block them either. Yeah, he would actually be really nice, too. That is a super, also solid lineup. Excavator is, like, probably one of my favorites, since, like, I use Yao and Bounties once I get to that point where I can't really, punch through with just, like, the true team. Excavator just making more reds is actually really, really nice. We get more Yaos. Oh my lordy. It's like, do I get this? Oh no, oh no, we don't have it. I'm just so used to Yao having mana when I need him. Not yet. I mean, are we just gonna straight kill this fool at this point? Ugh. I feel so bad, we just keep hitting him in the face with skulls. He's like, stop, please. Hey, JZG, what's up, man? I tried my best to get my stream as like snazzy as yours. I'm like messing around with some settings, but since I'm streaming on like multiple platforms now, I'm pretty sure my notifications are going to be super jank. I would put Pharaoh in front of Yao because the red mana that Pharaoh generates is going to go back into Pharaoh, so it's kind of like you're going to loop the board to look more like you want, and then also you're going to be burying people as you do it. I could see an argument to be made to put Yao above him, but honestly, like, I haven't had any issues with this lineup. I would rather be casting Pharaoh more often, just so that way I get the barriers and the mana setups that I want. But honestly, like, I honestly could see a case for either. You know what, let's just try it. I'll flip him, see what happens. Hey Bjorn, how's it going, man? Welcome back. My Archer Guide hero over there. I'm so pumped there's so many of you guys on a on a morning ass stream like this. Cause this is not normal streaming times. I mean, this is still totally working. And the computer totally took the wrong mana gems right there. Sucks to be them. Honestly shouldn't even like done all that mana stuff. Don't hurt me. Ridgeback having that like skull reduction is also pretty nice, since these guys aren't going to get any stronger than they are now. See, this is where I would prefer to have Pharaoh up over Yao, because I would want to be creating more of that mana. Like, I'm going to cast this just to get that skulls to drop. Oh, I get him again anyway. Neato. Ow. Yeah, I do think I like Pharaoh above Yao. Although once Yao is full, it doesn't really matter at that point. But I still think I would prefer it the other way around. Because this is the first fight I've done of this bounty where I've actually like had to pay attention a little bit. I honestly don't think it's dramatically worse though. Like, I don't think you're going to be sad one way or another. Almost straight up missed that. I mean, I'm pretty sure Yao's just going to straight kill him. Oh yeah, that deserves a spin. Wow. Oh, nice. JZG, I didn't realize you were EU. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I'm gonna flip him back to that way. What do we get? Oh, still no. That looked scary though. That was almost very exciting. I mean, it was very exciting. I tried to make the wheel like as interesting as I could. Like, I have it set in a way where there's like a lot of potential on the wheel. It's about a 1 in 7 chance every time I spin it though. I have it set to be that way. So like, you know, I figure if my stream starts to get like, if I was just trying to spin it after like every game or something like that, for instance, I could always increase that the odds a little bit if I wanted to. But I mean, at this point in time, there's really no reason to be messing around with it. Doesn't seem like I'm giving away like stupid amounts of codes just yet, so I'm totally good with it. I'm still trying to figure out what kind of a stream goal I want to be doing. Like, I think I want to set a goal where it's like, if I reach a certain number of subscribers, I'll do like a drunk stream or something like that. That sounds fun to do. My girlfriend will have like a nightmare though, because I get drunk way too quickly, like embarrassingly quickly. Like, we went to Applebee's last night of all places, and when we were there they had these like dollar Mai Tais, and like for $1 that's like stupid cheap for something like that, and my alcohol tolerance is so bad that it did not take more than $3 to get me in a really dangerous place. So yeah, a drunk stream would be pretty hilarious, because you guys would watch me get drunk after like 3 fails of some kind, like, so that'd be pretty fun. I think I'm definitely going to do that, though. That just sounds like a thing that should happen. I don't know, the like drinking streams that I've seen for other streamers are always some of my favorite ones, so it's kind of like, just feels like a thing I need to do. Yeah, I did get Vash. I think he's like kind of not great, admittedly. So I'm never a fan of mythics that require some kind of build-up or setup. Like, in order for Vash to be useful, you need to have another troop in your lineup that's doing something. Like, so whether that's like boosting life, like if you have Divinia, for instance. So like, before Vash came out, I assumed Divinia would be kind of like his best friend, because Divinia is going to give everybody life, so the damage that Vash is doing is getting boosted by life. I don't know if I still have the team that I actually used with Vash set up right now. Let's see. I might have put in like my labbing or something like that. Yeah, so I was doing something like this, where it's kind of like, you use Archer for the Leaf Storm. I mean, I'll just use it. And then you just have Divinia there to be pumping life. So between like all of these people, you should be getting tons of mana generation out of this. That's better. So, I mean, the problem that I have is that the damage just isn't enough. Like, you kind of want the damage to be a lot more significant than it is, but it's just not all that significant. So you're kind of just like, you know, you do all this fun setup, and then you're kind of like, is that it? Like, is that all I did after all that? It just doesn't feel significant enough. So, I mean, if you missed this Mythic this time around, like, I'm sure that didn't feel good, but you honestly don't have to freak out that, like, you missed, like, the best Mythic on the planet or something like that. Like, he's admittedly not nearly as exciting as, he could be. I mean, the area where I would see him having the most benefit would honestly be something like an event, like if you're delving or something like that. I could see you building some like super dumb lineup where you're using like a Yasmin's Pride and just pumping life on everybody, so whoever he eats is just like bananas. This song is way too aggressive for first thing in the morning. Let's change that. Holy crap. I am not ready for all that. But yeah, I think like a team like this is pretty much the only thing you could be doing. Yeah, and also the Karakoth level. I saw in Tacit's video that he got the level, I think he got up to level 11 by doing it. You would need to have Zul'Goth right now to get it. But I mean, like, Vash being in my team right now is not even, like, I haven't used Vash yet, and it's kind of like, if I use him, it's 54, so I mean, it'll be doing like 100 true damage, but that's when there's like a person. It'll be doing more than that because of the person I devoured. But I admittedly don't think that Vash is someone that you can really abuse. Like, in PvP, he's too slow. Like, doing any kind of significant build-up to take advantage of all that true scatter damage, it's just going to take too long. I mean, like, this is a decent team. Their stats might be a little low, so it might be harder to tell. But, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of him, admittedly. I kind of figured that I just wouldn't be when I saw what he was. He's somebody that makes you start thinking about what you could be doing. Oh, I should have paid more attention. That could have been super scary if they cast Taipan. Yeah, man! I totally think of Trigon when I heard Vash. Like, all I can think of is Vash the Stampede. That was actually like the first anime that I ever bought by myself. I watched that when I was like, Christ, like 17 or something. Life and Death could be interesting. I mean, the main reason I'm using this thing is just because he's sharing green mana, and I'm basically just exploding the board over and over again. So like initially, this should get you off to a really good start. But I mean, like, let's just say I eat Divinia for kicks. Like, I didn't even kill them. I mean, granted, I have a Glaceon now, which is super sweet, but like, I kind of need more output than that. Like, these guys should be dead by now, using like any other kind of quality team. So the fact that like I'm still struggling to kill people is not a great look. I mean, they're dead essentially at this point anyway. There's no way they can do anything scary to me anymore, but it's just kind of like, I don't see a quick way I can make this guy busted. Like, I see ways that he's cool, but I can't see a way that I just instantly make him like the best freaking thing on the planet. So that's kind of the problem I've got with him. Whereas somebody like an Infernus or anything else. What's up, David? I always forget who David actually is. I know he's in my guild. I think it's like Balinor or Basher. It's one of those guys. I know, they're Fairy Fired and it's still not doing anything sick. So it's kind of like, he doesn't feel that epic. I mean, the teams that I saw Tacit using him were pretty much like the same general idea as this. You're using Divinia to get some stuff like all the healing done. So I don't know. I don't find him all that interesting. As far as like these things go, this cursing on Browns is probably like more interesting than everything else he does. Like, this devouring thing is kind of awkward. I'm not a big fan of it. The damage isn't that high. It's scatter damage, so like it's being spread a little too far and thin. The boost ratio is not necessarily high enough. Like, I'm basically talking about this from a PvP perspective. Like, from a PvP perspective, he's just not doing enough fast enough to be worth considering. In an event where you can like do some kind of weird build up or steal like a crap ton of life or attack or whatever, like that could be a little more interesting with him. But otherwise, I just don't find him fast enough, admittedly. So it's a little unfortunate, but it's alright. It's okie doke. I thought it was Balinor. Good morning, man. It's early for you. It's early for all of us. Why are we here right now? What are we doing? Why have we done this to ourselves? That was so close. Come on. That's just rude. That's just rude as hell. I've never heard this song before, but it feels like it's gonna get epic. At least I hope it does. Kinda epic. And then we give ourselves a nice Yao setup. It's so broken. Like, Pharaoh and Yao together is like a dangerous-ass team. Like, you can put together competent teams with these two, even in like proper PvP. It just feels wrong. I probably should have left that there, but whatever. Wow, it just hit him in the face with like 12 skills for kicks. It's just rude, honestly. Hey, we're getting more Mixer folks. Hey, Mixer people, I love you guys. I am shocked you guys are there. Welcome to the stream. If you guys have never heard of who the heck I am, I make a bunch of random YouTube videos. I'm super pumped that you guys are here. Like, half of me doesn't even believe that I was actually streaming on that platform, so it's nice to see that you are there. So I can confirm I'm not just, like, looking at weird stat windows that don't mean anything. That's super damn cool. I mean, this is like the scenario where I don't even need these top two troops, like, at all. It's basically all in these two troops. So, I mean, I could just fire off Yao and let this guy die. I'm gonna try and be a little cheekier than that, but admittedly, I don't even have to be. I mean, there's still no, like, way that I'm gonna kill them with just this. Oh, yes I will. Hooray for us. How far are we on these rewards? We got an orb. Orb spin. I win, you win. Let's go. Ascension! We have done it. If this doesn't get a code, I'm spinning again. That just makes me happy. We never get ascensions. I must have gotten literally 30 growths, like, back to back to back to back. It's not literally, it feels close to literally. Like, I've been getting nothing but growth forever. Like, I remember being so excited that the game finally gave me a Orb of Clans. Like, I never get clans. It gave me clans, and then it just decided that I literally will never get another orb that's useful ever again. Still no code. I don't care, we're spinning again. We're going wild up in this. I can't be getting me an Orbit of Ascension and not just be spinning this wheel like my life depends on it. This song is also aggressive. I didn't actually take the time to edit out the playlist, so it's possible music is going to be a little more exciting than usual. Wow, man, we can't win on this wheel. Alright, we'll spin it again after we after we win this one. Lose this. Are you serious? This is actually probably the easiest bounty event I think I've had so far, honestly. Like, I have not even at all been concerned that this was going to be an issue. Like, I don't think I've really lost many troops even doing this. I don't know, the troops that we got, this first guy, the fact that we have a mana generating, like, skull resistant dude that we can throw in the top slot for every event going forward, like, I think bounty events are kind of on farm mode at this point. Which is great for us, admittedly, because, like, bounty events is all about just getting as much epic loot as you possibly can. This song sounds like it's trying really hard to sound, like, epic. Might be trying a little too hard, I think. I don't know about this song either, man. I gotta go back to filtering these playlists. I was filtering it just by, like, vibes before. Still no. We are not winning on these wheels today. I promise I didn't, like, rig it or something. Maybe I shouldn't expect that every single time I spin it, we're gonna land on it. If you guys if anyone was here for my stream before, I think I got, like, literally 2 codes in a row at one point. And then I think I got, like, another one, honestly, not very shortly after that. Like, we got a bunch back to back to back. Maybe this is the game's way of balancing itself. Alright, this song's more my speed. I'm into that one. So yeah, I mean, if you haven't done your bounties or you don't have a bounty team that you particularly like, I would definitely recommend something like this. This team will kind of get you everything that you want. Honestly, just put these two together and put whatever other troops tickle your fancy from there. You will be quite effective. So, like, what I did was I split the I split it out so there was more green areas, because I kind of felt like it was less dramatic if I had only one chunk of the thing be green like that. Because then it's like, if that thing was far enough away, you would just assume that there was no way you were going to get a code regardless. So like the odds are the same as that was before, but it's spread out more. So there's like more target areas, if that makes any sense. I promise you the odds are the same though. It's still a 1 of 7 chance of basically landing on it. I think we're just going to go spin happy until we at least land on something. I'm itching to give out codes at this point. The people demand it. That was gross. We got so many bad colors there. My poor Yao demands mana. Oh yeah, there it is! It could still happen. This is also why I'm so glad I implemented the little like text down there, because I honestly would have no clue if that landed on a code or not. That's so small, I wouldn't be able to tell. But I am pumped. We got a code for all my friends out there. Love you guys. That's a nice way to wake up on a Sunday morning. Grab you some codes. I think we're gonna pop some more stuff. Bam. That's what I'm talking about. I think I enjoy giving out codes as much as you guys like getting them, honestly. Like, because it's kind of just one of those things where I know that if I was you guys, I would be like, that would be the thing. Like, I would be looking forward to that more than anything. I mean, I'm just gonna cast Yao anyway. That's just how I do. We just cast Yao when we feel like it. I love this song. For anyone that doesn't know how to redeem codes, by the way, you have to go to the Gems of War website, and there's a code redemption page out there. If anyone needs that, let me know. I probably should get in the habit of like just linking to it directly, just in case. Because I think we've had people ask us, how do you even redeem those things? Unfortunately, I believe they're PC only, or PC mobile only. Folks on the Xbox or PS4 or Switch, it sounds like they don't work for them. Which is super lame, but it sounds like it's a weird licensing thing or something like that. It's kind of lame, admittedly. Feels like redeem codes would be something that's like outside of the micro purchasing thing. Thank you, G-Man. That is very nice of you to say that. I like to pretend I'm interesting. I think I'm not nearly as funny or interesting as I pretend I am. Like, I definitely talk a lot. I can't wait to make this night guide. So for folks that were watching the streamer, we had like Tacit and JZG, and we had some other folks in there as well. Like, that was probably our biggest stream that we had. I asked what class guide to make, and it was unanimously decided essentially to make a knight class guide, which I don't know if you know, but the knight is garbage. So I've already had a few fun ideas on how I'm actually going to make that video. I'm going to play it straight somewhat, but I'm also not going to. Hey, Scout Tank, thanks for following, man. Well, now I know that that notification works. Hell yeah for that. I don't even know what that would be. I don't know where I just got followed. I'm assuming that's a Twitch thing? I don't think I have any viewers on Twitch right now, at least according to that thing. I have to figure all that stuff out. I'm just pumped it worked. I also made all my, so that's kind of sad. I made all these custom, well, I didn't make them. I found all these custom animations for like all this really dumb stuff. Hey Zoom Zoom, thanks for following, man. I made all these custom animations, so like if you've watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which is like a pretty popular show in the US at least, there's this dude called Green Man, where one of the characters just dresses up in this green bodysuit. I just found all these random ass animation of this Green Man doing some stuff. So I tried to make all of my animations look like that, but obviously I can't figure out where to do the follow one, because otherwise that would look like some other green man. I figured that would just be funnier than other stuff. Let's put that bird at the end. Thanks, JZG. Where did you do that? You have to tell me. You're like my helper. For folks that don't know, JZG actually was extremely helpful. I was talking to him offline, and he helped me set up some of these like notifications and things like that. So, by all means, if you haven't checked out one of JZG's streams before, please do. He's got like a really slick interface. Definitely knows what he's doing out there as well. Super cool dude. That's probably like the thing that I love the most about Gems of War as a community, honestly. Like, we seem like such a nice bunch. Admittedly, if you just stay away from the forums. The people on the forums are a little extra, but in general, it feels like we have like a really cool community. Like, everyone's just like here to help each other out. Like, when I just started streaming, like Tacit like gave me a shout out, which was super like appreciated but totally unexpected. Like, he honestly had he didn't have to do that, so the fact that he went out of his way to do something like that was just super nice. I mean, we gotta spin the wheel for the follows, right? Hell, I'm not doing my job. I gotta make sure I am rewarding those for checking us out. Yeah, the forum is a little weird. Like, I tried to go on the forum. Like, I still check it out from time to time. There is good stuff on there, but some people take some stuff like way more seriously than I ever would. Oh, that's messed up. That was right on it. I think there's kind of like there's a group of people that have been playing this game for way longer than I have, admittedly. So like I think they're kind of in a different point in their Gems of War career than I am, if you will. Like, they kind of see this game and all the like changes it's gone through and the monetization changes. Hey, Unkeen. So level 17, I have no idea if my guild actually even has availability right now, but I mean, if you just find the guild browser, what I would recommend if you're looking for guilds in the guild browser, try and find a guild in the guild browser that has a lot of trophies. That's like one way you can find a guild that's like at least pretty active. If they have a lot of trophies, that's like a pretty good indicator that like the people that are in that guild are at least doing something. But admittedly, you're not going to find the best guilds in the guild browser. Like, generally you're going to have to find them via other methods. But if you check out the, that is one thing actually the Gems of War forum is good for. There's a lot of people like posting recruitment posts in there, so if you're looking for a good guild, checking out the Gems of War official forums I honestly think is a pretty good spot. Jumping in the community Discord is also a really good place. We go in there and we just talk about random nonsense, but there's also a lot of people doing like recruitment type posts in there for actually pretty good guilds. But I mean, even the guild that I'm in, for instance, we're like a family of guilds where we have guilds for every single like level of player. So I mean, just finding a good guild is honestly so important in this game, so it's worth trying to find some a good place to put yourself for a little bit. Like, the amount of rewards you can get are just that much better. So I strongly recommend it. But I'm glad you just started playing, man. That's awesome that you just started playing. Like, I would say there's no bad time to really jump in and start playing, honestly. Like, there's so much stuff you can do in this game. Like, there's always cool things to be doing no matter what level you are. Like, I think that's probably one of the nicest things that I don't know if Infinity Plus 2 gets enough credit for, is that it's honestly not hard to pick up this game and start doing fun stuff, like, right away. Like, admittedly, the first maybe, I don't know, the first, like, maybe hour or two is pretty rough, because like that tutorial is pretty brutal. Admittedly, like, maybe it is a lot more helpful than I remember, but when I had to level up my Switch account so I could get access to the Soul Forge, I was dying. It was so rough. Like, you couldn't change your animation speed for a long time. It's like, it's crazy. Yeah, G-Man, I agree. Like, if it wasn't for the guild that I was in, admittedly, like, I wouldn't be having nearly as much fun with this game as I do these days. Yeah, honestly, Unkeen, I have a video on my channel, not to like hawk my own wares, but I do have a a video that's like a beginner's guide that kind of gives you a good idea of what you should be trying to do when you first start out the game. I would potentially give that a look. There's also another dude named Tacit who makes a lot of videos. Admittedly, some of his beginner content is a lot older, so you might have to just make sure a video that you're watching, if the interface doesn't look like the game interface does these days, it might be a little outdated. But the core of the game has been largely the same for a long time, so I think you would still find tons of good value in something like that. We just got another follow, I think. Hey, Sakas, thanks for following, man. That is awesome of you. But yeah, I would definitely recommend like jumping into the official community Discord. Is going to be a good place to just like start to see people talk about the game. You can ask questions yourself. The forums are a little scarier, admittedly. Like, if you were going to be posting on the forums, like, maybe read the forums for a while before you try and post on it, because people there are pretty touchy. But the subreddit's actually pretty good. I mean, if you jump out to the Gems of War subreddit, I actually post a lot more in there. Actually, I almost post exclusively in there, just because I find, I mean, the audience is smaller, but there's a lot more meaningful discussions I find kind of take place there, where people aren't so all about just hearing themselves talk. I feel bad, I don't want to bash on the people on the forums, but I just had a lot of weird interactions on the forums where I felt like I was arguing with people that weren't interested in actually discussing. They just kind of wanted to like one-up people, which is kind of a big turnoff. Like, I mean, at that point, like, why are we even talking if you're not going to listen to me, kind of thing? You know, it's like we're arguing about religion or politics or something like that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like opinions for the most part. I think the reason I got so upset at some guy was like I was arguing something that was just like logically accurate no matter what. Like, it just was not, it was impossible to say what I was saying was inaccurate because what I was stating was like just a fact of some kind. But like I was still like having to defend it as if I was telling him, you know, the sky was actually orange or something like that, and it didn't make any sense. I was just kind of flabbergasted why that conversation played out that way. So the flash offer calendar is interesting. What I like about it is that they were offering unique stuff. So I mean, this was the first time that we actually had access to like an Orb of Power, for instance. I thought that was pretty cool. The fact that you get a free thing is also kind of cool. So I mean, even if you know, you don't have the Benjamins to be dropping in there on the random nonsense they're trying to sell you, like, it's kind of nice that there's another avenue to potentially do that kind of stuff. Admittedly, like, this game makes it seem like buying troops is a good idea, which is never a good idea. So like, there was a bunch of random merfolk type troops in there that were all like pretty bad. So like, spending money for that troop is kind of not worth it for pretty much anybody, like beginners or like veterans. Like, it doesn't really benefit anybody. So there's just this weird extra that's coming with your purchase, but it's like, I don't know anybody who actually wants it. So that's the one part that I wish they would change a little bit. Like, it seems like they're just throwing it in there so it seems like it's more valuable than it is. That's like kind of the only down thing I think I saw about the event, or the flash calendar. I was also kind of disappointed. I don't remember if there was a weapon in there or not. I don't believe there was. But I would have expected there to be weapons in there. And if there was a weapon in there, it must not have been a good one, or it was one that I already had. I think the other thing that I don't like about the flash calendar is that I wish the flash calendar would let me look ahead, because it's almost just like knowing that there's going to be a flash offer every day is not that exciting, because there's kind of always a flash offer anyway, whether there's a calendar or not. So I mean, it's, if I knew what was coming, I could potentially like budget my money a little bit differently if I was looking to spend it. So it's kind of one of those things where I like the idea, the execution could maybe use a little bit of loving. But I mean, you know, I'm not going to complain about it. It wasn't awful or anything. It's just maybe could use a little enhancement. But considering all the other stuff in this game that needs like a little bit of enhancement, like, I think it was like a decent first outing. It would have been a completely different story if like we opened it up and it was all like trash or something like that would make me sad, man. But it was not that bad. Hey, Elementster, how's it going? Oh yeah, Elementster, I saw you posted a comment on my my other stream that I ended up deleting. Sorry if I like confused you last night. I was messing around with stream stuff, and then I had all these weird like stream artifacts sitting out there. Like it said I had like 3 different streams active at the same time or something like that. Clearly I wasn't nailing my OBS settings appropriately, so yeah, apologies if you were looking for me last night and I wasn't there as you were expecting. Oh man. This is where I have to ask you guys what that wheel just landed on. I didn't even see it. It's the one thing I said that I was going to do, was pay more attention to that damn wheel, and I totally blew it. It's so funny. You think of all the things. I think that so many other situations in my life, I'm like, you had one job. Your job was to spin the wheel and tell me what it said, and you didn't do it. I'm going to assume it didn't land on anything good because no one got excited again. Yeah, Mio, I bet. This is why I love you guys. You guys could have been so manipulative there, but just because I didn't pay attention, I'm spinning it again. Because what fun is it to not spin the wheel, honestly? Who gains by not spinning the wheel? Hey, Fotis, welcome to the stream, man. Alright, I actually looked. I glanced over and I saw it this time. Hey, Rasmus, how's it going? Rasmus in the stream, everybody. The coiner of the Baja Mountain Crusher, talking about the Jar of Eyes. That was probably like my favorite part of the stream last time. Fucking slayed me, it was so funny. Sorry for cursing. That's definitely something I probably have to be a little more careful of. I admittedly don't know about... I mean, my channel's not monetized or anything, so I don't think it super matters, but I imagine at some point I'll need to be a little more PC with my language. I mean, I don't generally swear a ton anyway, but I might need to watch that sometimes. But it is going well. I mean, for a Sunday morning, I'm way more high energy than I think I should be. I didn't even get that much sleep last night, admittedly, but I do not feel tired. I'm gonna feel it like crazy tomorrow, though. Like, for this business trip thing, to make the video, my like weekly preview video, and get on this flight, like it's not gonna be a good time. But I'm doing it. Because the times line up in a way where I can get away with it, so I'm gonna try. So the way the monetization stuff works, as I've found out, is you have to have 1,000 subscribers first. So like Tacit could, for instance, monetize his channel, whereas like I couldn't just yet because I only have, how many do I have now? I have like 400 something. Like, I've got a handful, but I mean, it's not to the point yet where YouTube has decided that you're worthy of running ads on. I guess like it's kind of like they don't want to take a risk on you until you've proven that you have like an established audience and you've made a bunch of content. So like I kind of get that. And 1,000 subscribers is admittedly not like the highest bar on the planet. I don't know, that's going to be a weird conversation I'll have to have with myself when I actually do get 1,000 subscribers. Like, I don't imagine even if I monetize the channel I would make that much money anyways, and it would just be like adding ads to annoy my existing viewers, which doesn't sound like all that exciting. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I think I would rather, if I was ever going to make money on doing this, I would prefer to do it based on like, I don't know, stream tips or some nonsense like that. Like, I don't think I'd want people to watch ads. Like, if you guys are like me, I just can't stand ads. So I mean, the less ads I watch, the better as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, that's why I'm not monetized. Like, I can't do super chats and all that stuff just yet either, until you get to that subscriber count. So, I mean, I might be able to do some more fun stuff with my stream once I get there, but it's kind of, I don't know, I'm not even really thinking about it, admittedly. I'm making these videos and this content just because I like to do it. Oh, I should have taken that 5 match that was sitting there. I just saw it at the last second. Wow, I just feel like spinning it. It's just the kind of mood I'm in. Totally gonna remember to look though. Well, that was the worst Pharaoh cast I think I've ever seen. Whoa! Ah! Right in the middle. Boo. Boo on that noise. Oh, those are my favorite kills. When Yao like does his damage and then the health stealing part like sucks the health out of them at the last bit and the game gets all slow like that. It makes me feel like some kind of weird you know, superhero in a movie or something like that do an epic kill. I don't know. I definitely fantasize about that kind of nonsense. I don't know if fantasize is the right word. That was way too strong of a word, actually. Not fantasize, but I do really like get way too excited about that kind of nonsense. Just imagining like this would be so epic if it happened in real life. It would look like this. I think that about way too much stuff. Like I've thought about like if this song was playing in my real life, like this would be my wrestler intro song or some nonsense like that. Like I think about that kind of stuff way too much. I feel like that meme that exists where it's like the dude laying in bed and the girlfriend next to him and he's just like, I wonder what he's thinking about, or he's probably thinking about other women, and he's like thinking about, you know, how many pigs would it take to like stack high enough to get to the moon or something like that. Like that's how I feel like I am. Like I'm just always thinking of random nonsense like that. Like the fact that that was an example I just pulled off the dome just goes to show you that that is a real thing. If there's any women watching the stream, that's a real thing. Guys just think about the dumbest stuff on the planet. At least I do. Yeah, JZG, I think there is. I'm pretty sure I can customize the sound effect that would play. I know I can change like the ticking sound that plays, so I would imagine there's probably a trigger I can set to make it do a different sound if it succeeds. I'll actually look into that because that's actually a really good idea. I just need to hire JZG as my manager, honestly. Yeah, Mang is definitely still good. I mean, Mang is always going to be, like, if you're running an event, like, there's no reason why Mang wouldn't be successful. Like, you don't have to see this team and think this is the only way to run it by any stretch. Like, this is just the team that I like to use because Yao and Pharaoh work so well together. And the fact that Pharaoh's a bounty troop, it just kind of makes sense. Honestly, Rasmus, like, when I was looking at my reaction samples that I could be doing, I'm like, I want to record something with TPK in it, admittedly. Like, I just want to have, like, the Possessed King be the official mascot of this stream, basically. So, like, all my animations and stuff like that, I would love it if they were TPK-oriented or something. That's definitely a thing that I'm going to look into. I just was too lazy last night to, like, make a custom animated GIF of some kind. Hey, what's up, Durade? How you doing, man? I owe my 5 wins in Guild Wars today to your Archer team that you gave us last time. For Green Day, that Archer attack team you gave with the Doomglaive and the Wild Queen, super legit. Win all kinds of 5-0. Honestly, me too with the Mang thing. Like, Mang is, of course, super reliable. It's just not like the most exciting weapon on the planet to use. But it's just so effective that it's hard to not use it. That's kind of the problem. So it's like you're hurting yourself by not using it in a lot of instances where it's probably better. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on like Trickster's Shot and the like, because I don't know, I can't decide if I would like those better or not, but they'll just be different, and that's enough. Like, that's enough of a reason for me to want to use them. The build-ups on them might be slower, which is kind of the only concern. Although I've noticed, I think, like, sometimes I might emphasize speed a little too much. Like, there's times where a lineup that I'll put together is, like, extremely quick, but, like, the fact that I'm focusing so much on speed actually hurts me looking at stronger options. Like, the damage potential that I could be getting would be a lot higher if I maybe sacrificed a little bit of speed to be doing something else. There's times like that where I think I hurt myself a little bit, so there's always that balancing act. But I think that's probably the best part about Gems of War, honestly. Like, Gems of War is just one of those games where you can perpetually be enhancing things. Like, you can always be doing something better. There's always a new lineup to try and make. Like, to me, that's the most exciting part. So, I mean, yeah. Yeah, my Dragon Guard's up to 100. I think Dragon Guard's still really legit, especially in the meta days that we have these days as far as life and death being a thing. The fact that you can get banishment... Oh, that was trash. Access to banishment on Dragon Guard class makes it really, really nice. So I still think Dragon Guard's a really legit class. I have a harder time picking Dragon Guard over Sunspear just because the Perpetual Firestorm I put a lot of value into. So I mean, that makes it kind of harder. But overall, I would still say Dragon Guard is a really, really good class. Like, and especially if they ever release a dragon that's like really good, because like right now we kind of have World Breaker is really good, like Divinia is really good, Elamagram's okay, but those are kind of the only super good dragons that scale with the thing. So it's kind of like, if they ever release another dragon that's really good, like Dragon Guard is suddenly going to become like popping off. Like it's going to be so good. So good news on the Trickster shot actually. So not next week, but I believe it's the week after. It's August 19th. Trickster shot's going to be craftable and or purchasable at that point in time. So all of us that don't have Trickster shot, we will get access to it on August 19th. So mark it on your calendar. You know, prepare yourself a little cake that you can eat as you celebrate or something. Like, but the fact that we're all going to get access to Trickster shot is going to be really, really nice. Like that's the one. Like there's a guy in our guild called Jerkface, who's really, really cool. And I believe it was him that was always using Trickster shot, and it was always making me mad that I didn't have it. So, like every team that someone would be proposing for an event, they're like, "Yeah, you just put these troops with Trickster shot and you win." And I was like so mad constantly because I never had it. So we're all going to get access to Trickster shot very soon. That's going to be really nice. For weapons, it seems like it's about 300 diamonds is the average. Although sometimes I think the Doom weapons are 800 or 600. The Doom weapons are definitely a lot more. I mean, we can even check real quick. I think I have a tribute probably, no? But if we jump into, where am I going? Soulforge. So like, this one was 300. I actually did craft this time around. Primalax is also 300. So I think this is what I would expect Trickster's shot to look like. It's going to cost 2 different types of jewels, 3 celestials, 15,000 souls, and 300 diamonds. That's what Trickster's shot should look like. Because as far as the game's concerned, there's nothing special about Trickster shot versus any of these other weapons. Like, I don't think the game has a concept of, you know, this thing is so amazing I should charge them more. So I'm pretty sure it'll end up just costing this much. The Doom weapons, I believe, look similar to this, but the diamond requirement is like either 600 or 800. It's a lot higher. Absolutely never craft a Doom, like the health versions of the Doom weapons. Like if you ever get an offer to craft one of these things, for instance, the ones that give life to all allies, please never do this. Like, I mean, like maybe that'll be a mistake if they ever buff these later, but as they stand right now, like these things are so poor, it's just not good enough. I'm gonna look at, let's look at some teams actually. I saw G-Man posted a Dervish team. Let's see what we got here. I'll throw it in my lab team. So we're using, oh lordy. We got ourselves a, so let's see what this is all about. Oh, you're using the cool new banner. I love that banner actually, like more than anything. Are these all elementals? No. This is an interesting team. So you're boosting this thing. You're boosting this, you're getting tons of green, all the green, yeah, okay. This team would be super scary, actually. All the greens that you're creating with this, yeah, that's gonna be legit, for sure. By the way, I have not spun the wheel in a while. Dervish, I think, is probably one of the most fun classes, honestly. Like, when I'm playing Dervish, like, it's just so much more fun than other classes. Oh yeah, this team is super good. So like, my yellow team that I use, for instance, is very close to this. I think you actually showed me this last stream that we were on, for Dragon Guard. Now that I have access to Fireblade, because I didn't have it back when we were talking before, but this pretty much looks almost identical to the team that I use on Yellow Day. I think instead of Quillin, though, I use Divinia, which is kind of like a defensive versus offensive choice. I did go 5-0 this week with my yellow attack team, but it's pretty much that with the Sun Spear instead. So I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, that team is just super nice, by all means. So that's also super cool. I think I'm gonna end up redoing like a lot of my attack teams for next Guild Wars. Like, I think I just found that the teams that I'm using are all very good, but someone made a comment in our guild chat that I think is gonna stick with me for a while for future Guild Wars, which was, you know, explosions are nice, but they're not dependable, which is like introducing an element of like chance and risk into your fights, which is like obviously inherently true. Like, obviously I knew that before he said it, but I think it wasn't until like I ran into too much trouble this week, and I do depend on explosions probably a lot in my teams. Not even so much with Possess King, like I don't consider Possess King like an exploder per se, because you're always getting an extra turn when you're using Possess King kind of by default. But if like your mana generation is coming in the form of like a Leprechaun that's exploding, or coming in the form of like a Divinia that's exploding, you're kind of introducing this element of, you know, RNG to your own fight. So it's kind of like a bad board or a bad explosion could end up like tanking your entire fight. So I think when I remake my teams for next Guild Wars, I'm going to try and focus in on just making my teams a lot more dependable. That should net me a lot more positive value out of that. Why, are the view counts like not working right now? Is that what you're trying to tell me, JZG? I just realized that the mixer counter is like potentially off screen. I have no idea if I have like one person on mixer right now or if I have like 18. I'm honestly just happy that it's actually like streaming everywhere. That part's pretty cool. Oh, they're stuck. Let me see. I don't even know if I know how to do that. Let's see. Let's see if I can actually even do that. Oh yeah, they're probably stuck. Oh wow, I have a lot more viewers right now than I thought I did. Hi everybody. Yeah, you're totally right, they are stuck. Alright, so I just hit reset. I think I figured out where that is. And now I need to just like move this thing. You guys are seeing behind the scenes right now, as far as how all this stuff actually works. Here, while I mess around with things, let me spin a wheel so you have something to look at while I mess around. But yeah, you're totally right. Thank you for that catch, JZG. I don't think that's actually still working correctly, but because the counts that I saw were actually higher than that for Twitch and Mixer right now, but it's whatever. I mean, I'll have to play with that later. But still no code. Yeah, JZG should be everyone's friend, honestly. I mean, that just, again, like, I know I mentioned it already, but, like, the fact that I was able to just reach out to JZG and just ask him about his, like, stream elements, because I think JZG has, like, the slickest, like, overlay as far as, like, you know, his animations look really nice, like, everything is just kind of nice. I definitely wanted to find out, and he was just willing to talk to me, help me out, so, I mean, the fact that he said that is also really cool. So yeah, it looks like my viewer numbers for Twitch and Mixer are not going correctly, but I mean, it's alright. I know you're out there. I love all of you. But for folks that are on those other platforms, you guys can talk to me just as readily as the people on YouTube can. This chat that I have up on the screen is actually a mix of every single chat service that is there. So I mean, I guess like technically you could talk to each other through my on-screen interface. If you see someone from like Twitch say something, you could reply on YouTube and it would just pop up on my screen. That would be kind of random, but that could be a thing that works. Just gonna create this global community, regardless of platform. We're all gonna become besties. You're on a break from Gems of War, why? Now is the time. I mean, admittedly, I'm a little biased. Like, I ended up getting, was it 2 new mythics at the start of this week? Like, I ended up grabbing Famine and Ketris, both of which I didn't have prior to this week. So I was, like, admittedly kind of pumped. Like, whenever you enter a week and you grab new stuff, like, that's the best. I think that's the day I'm looking forward to the least, honestly. Like, when I play this game more, is going to be when I have everything, and then it's kind of like your main goal at that point is just to like get to the top of leaderboard, so there's still a little bit of a thing. I'm sorry, Nano, man. I mean, you can join us on YouTube if you want to join the party over there, but I appreciate you. You're holding it down on Twitch, man. That's the way to be. You're like the coolest guy on Twitch right now. Yeah, if you're doing classes right now, I could totally see it being distracting. This is like one of those games where like you theoretically don't have to play it that much to be successful. Like there's no reason why you would need to play this like 2 hours every day or even an hour every day to be getting like a bunch out of it. But I think for a lot of us, like we're so used to playing it a lot that it's kind of like ingrained in us that if we're not playing a bunch, we're missing out on stuff. And sometimes the events just like admittedly don't require that much of you. Like you can basically be getting everything that you want without trying too hard. That's not gonna work, but oh well. Oh, that's not gonna work, he says, as he like smashes 80 people in the face. Hey, Corn, how's it going, man? Good morning. Welcome to the Sunday morning what the heck are we doing awake right now stream. That poor little guy. That little touch of death that he got. Yeah, the adventure board is still kind of interesting. Like, I like the adventure board, but the days where you get like kind of nothing, it's super disheartening. But like when you think of it before, at least for me, I wasn't touching the daily tasks pretty much at all. I ignored the daily task board every single day because it was just too frustrating to actually put together anything. Oh wow, we're totally gonna get reward 20. What the heck? I didn't realize I bought that many things. I get stuff. That means you guys hopefully get stuff. Let's go. Come on. Oh yeah! This is the shit! This stream is popping off. We're spinning the wheel more than this. This is bananas. We're spinning again, my friend. Thank you, thank you. That's nuts. This game is rewarding me. I need to be popping my orbs on stream way more often. I never have this good luck. Ever. I never ever have this much luck. I'm gonna spin it again. I don't care. I just do not care. I'm so pumped. I don't know what I did to the RNG gods, but they love me today. And I love them. I feel like I need to sacrifice like a goat or something. Like, I don't know what to do. The game is being so damn kind. Oh, what? What is this? Nope. I mean, once you have everything ascended, your orbs are pretty much like for whatever is new that comes out. And then if you want multiple Zools, of course. So I mean, like when there's a new bounty event, like I'm sure people that have a crap ton of orbs, like, and they already have Zool, they might just pop an orb just for the sake of it. Because admittedly, there's like no other reason to your point. Yeah, I mean, Zool's like the reason. Oh, come on. We're spinning again. We're just gonna keep spinning. I mean, I use my orbs way too liberally, admittedly. Like, for as many orbs as I've gotten in this game, you would think I would have way more orbs than I do, but I just spend them so casually. Like, I think I spent a major orb of chaos on a bounty troop in one of my videos, like in the bounty guide video. That's what we're talking about! There's the code. Now we're talking. Happy days for everybody. I can't be getting a major orb of chaos and you guys get nothing. That's just no fun. That's not how we do it on this stream. And the music's getting hype as hell. Although I don't like this breakdown. What is this breakdown? Some of these things are just not... Oh yeah, there's my animation. See, there's my green man. Robin, thanks for jumping on the Lime Squad. Welcome. I'm so pumped I got to see that animation actually work. I love you just for that. I should have grabbed that the other way. Blah. Oh well. Definitely feel like I'm gonna change this song though. This song is garbage. Who's that same guy? I'm gonna take him out of the playlist. I'm just not in the mood for those kinds of songs. This feels more my speed. Fotis, thanks, man. I love you too. I love all you guys. You guys make streaming so much more fun. I can't even imagine what this would be like if I had like the most boring chat on the planet. It's like, let us all talk about our taxes and the current state of the game development industry. Like, not that I couldn't talk about those things, but it's just like, I mean, we're on a gaming thing, for God's sake. We wanna be having fun in here, right? You guys definitely make streaming a lot more fun, so thank you, honestly. I can't believe we're actually gonna beat this bounty event. I don't even know. In the guide video when I said I was gonna complete the bounty event, like, I don't think I even did, because it just requires so many resources. I must have been excessively generous with my my spending this time around for whatever reason. Yeah, let's talk about taxes. That's honestly what this stream is missing, is a good old tax conversation. To finish the last tier... honestly, no. I don't think it is worth spending the gems to get all the way up to the last tier, like, for the last reward tier, I should say. Like, kind of view the bounty event as like a gift from the game. Like, the whole point of it is to get rewards, and some of those rewards are gems. So like, spending that many gems for a chance at an orb, it kind of gets like excessive at that point. Like, I would say the sweet spot for bounty events is spending up to the point where you get like the second to last tier. Anything after that gets a little bit excessive, admittedly. Like, there's no real reason to be doing anything more than that. That's why I'm kind of shocked that I have enough to even do it. Like, because the amount that it requires is just a lot. So I'm kind of surprised that I have enough to actually be doing it. Yeah, that's actually something that I didn't mention in my bounty guide video that I really regret, and people in my guild were giving me shit for it, admittedly, and correctly, which is that the bounty captain, of course, gives you double the bonus. So I mean, like, if you're not doing that, like, you're hurting your ability to get deeper into the bounty event. So like, whoever the bounty captain is, like, ensure that you're actually using them for your fights. So like, for me, that's the Ridgeback guy. For me, as if it's not the same for you. But it's the Ridgeback guy. So always make sure that you're using, at a minimum, the bounty captain. Oh, 1 health left. We are not killing you with Yao. Yeah, we're sucking your life out. That's how we do it. And then we give it another spin-a-rooney. Honestly, like, events in this game are kind of like taxes. Yeah, let's bring it back to taxes. I mean, like, because basically anytime you need to be spending gems, that's like probably this game's version of taxes, if you want to go that far with this analogy. Because it's kind of like, you get this resource that you're slowly building up over time, and the game just finds ways to, like, get you to spend them in some capacity. So it's like taxes. Let's just pretend it's like taxes. That was my attempt at getting a topical taxes reference into a Gems of War stream. Taxes of War. Yeah, everybody go to Salty's Twitter and just talk to her about taxes. Actually, if you don't follow Salty on Twitter, like, she's probably one of the cooler people to follow on Twitter. Like, I don't use Twitter that much, admittedly. Like, I made one because I started streaming, so I figured, like, I should probably have a Twitter of some kind. But following Salty on Twitter is pretty cool. She actually posts not just, like, random, you know, I'm at the mall and I'm having a slushie kind of, like, stuff. She actually posts, like, interesting things. She's also very helpful to other members in the community. Like, there was some game developer hashtag that was out there, and she was giving, like, thoughtful answers to those people. So, I mean, aside from just being, like, generally entertaining on her streams, like, her Twitter is actually pretty decent to follow, if you're into that kind of thing. Man, I think we're gonna, like, beat this thing and some. This song's got a lot of energy. Pharaoh. Yeah, Salty's kind of like the exact person that you would want to be your community manager. Like someone that's got that kind of personality. Like even like on the forums, so like we were talking about how, you know, not fun the forums can be sometimes. She handles like a lot of like aggressive, angry people on there with grace, and that's like a talent in and of itself to basically like be dealing with people that are just very angry about a bunch of stuff and like trying to handle that graciously. She does a pretty good job at that too. So props to her. Although I never win their Twitter poll things. They always post these like Twitter poll things like, what would be the funniest like pet to have as a real pet? Like they post that kind of stuff. And I always give these like thoughtful, interesting answers, I think, and I never win. Makes me sad. Then again, maybe I'm not nearly as funny as I think I am, which is very possible. Or maybe they just know that they give me enough love in other ways that they don't need to be handing me other rewards on top of it, which is totally fine. I'm also probably not nearly as funny as they think I am. I mean, I think we just go skulls. I just want to kill them with skulls. That would be so funny. They just like reading them and rolling their eyes, and I'm over there like, I killed it! That was the funniest thing they ever saw, I'm positive. Like, what was it? My answer to the most recent one, like, they said who's the most annoying faction, like, captain, like, kingdom captain person? And I said, like, Luther, because he's basically like the Clippy of Gems of War. He's always asking you to, like, spend resources and do stuff that you don't want to do. That's how I feel. Like, I don't spend a ton of time thinking of an answer, but I feel like I always give an answer that's at least, like, thoughtful and interesting and game relevant, so I'm like, yeah, that's gonna win. Never win. That or I just need to find the sense of humor that they seem to like more and, like, kind of lean into that. I don't know, that's my goal. I'm gonna win one of those one day. Oh, I should have totally did it to the stupid Raven. I'm an idiot. Nope. Nope. And we're killing ravens on top of it? It's like, just please. They're already dead. Skulls for fun. Oh yeah. And another spin? Is he mad? Why is he doing this? Doesn't he know he's already given out 2 codes? I'm gonna actually look at this one. Because full transparency, I did not look at the last one. I was waiting to see if chat exploded again. You guys need to just like trick me one day and just tell me it landed on it and just see if I was actually paying attention. Because I bet you, if you all coordinated your responses and reactions, I would give you a code and it didn't land on it. That's like my tip to you. That's like streamer pro tip. You could totally trick me into giving you a code. That's pretty good, actually. The Queen Grapple God answer. I don't know why I picked that gem. That was like not a good gem to take right there. Oh well. I'm just gonna blow up the board. Although green, hopefully? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm just gonna put damage on them for kicks. Because I've just been crushing them so hard it doesn't even matter. I'm just gonna skull them to death. Because that's how we do. Where are we now? We're 10k away. We're definitely getting wheel happy for that final tier reward. Mwah. Oh, that gem cascade, that was a thing of beauty. Let's go with that one. Sure, extra turn for me. Why not? Green and purple, that's the one. Wow, that random air horn in the song, I heard that. Alright, now we just trade our Pharaoh and Yao. Happy days. Actually, no, we don't. Yeah, I am actually, like, strangely looking forward to doing that class guide video for the night, though. I did make a team for night that is functional. It does work, but it is not good, still, of course. Because the night class is just a sad state of affairs. That's going to be a fun one to make, though. Like, I think that's probably going to be one of my more, less serious class guide videos, just because the night class is such, like, an abomination that I'm going to spend probably most of it either critiquing or just putting in dumb, silly stuff in the video so people actually watch it. It's kind of my goal for that video, I'm pretty sure. I don't even know if I'm going to make a Hero Fan class guide. Like, if I do, it's going to be, like, months from now. Like, I haven't touched that class since it came out. Like, if I was going to run a Hero Fan, I would basically just make a, like a Sunspear team or, like, a Dragon Guard team and just hope the Fireblade kicks off. Like, any team that has, like, any class that has access to Fireblade, you can basically just put Infernus in it and win because of the burning. Like, you don't even need the class to do anything else. It's just such a bad class. Like, I'm praying. Like, I think I dreamed literally, this is how sad I am. I'm pretty sure I dreamed one day that the developers asked me for my feedback and were actually going to make changes based on things that I said. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a dream that I had. And, like, the Hero Fan class changes were going to be part of it, and all this other stuff was going to be part of it, because it's just like, these things need some love. That's clear. I actually had a stream last night that I was going to stream and get all these crazy Twitch followers for some reason, which is I thought was kind of funny. Yeah, the night class guide video is next. It is the next one I'm going to make. I already have some cool ideas for it. That one's going to be fun. Just don't tune into that video expecting to get some, like, awesome insights into how amazing the night class actually is. I mean, I'll give them their due. Like, I'll talk about, like, areas where they have some value, of course, but there's not a lot of those, so you're not going to get a ton of interesting nuggets of info out of that video, I don't think. If anything, I might just, like, you know, let you know that the night class is not worth your time. I mean, I'm just going to fire off Yao anyway at this point. I'm sick of dancing around not getting my matches. That was a sad one. This might be the slowest bounty win that we're gonna have. Hey Elias, thanks for jumping on. Welcome to the Lime Squad. How close are we now? Oh, we're one away. One away. Almost there. Spin jitters. Oh yeah, give me all that cascading. This is me watching the wheel. Watching. Not there. That's so dumb. You can tell I'm like a sadistic person. I intentionally made that wheel spin slow down, like, animation really slow, just for the extra drama. Like, there's no reason why that needs to take that long. I just thought it would be funnier if it was just like this edge of your seat moment all the time. I'm sorry if I've given anyone like heart attacks or panic-induced, you know, medical conditions as a result of that dumb wheel. I just can't help myself. Yeah, that wheel is hardcore That's a really moody wheel. Like, sometimes that wheel is the most generous thing I've ever seen, and sometimes that wheel literally does not give an F, and it will not reward anybody. I mean, I'm just gonna keep popping off Yao because I can. Yeah, Carl, I made a delves like general guide video, but to your point, I haven't made like a delve by delve guide yet. I think I made one for the Warrens once. Like, I actually recorded literally a 2-hour video of just me doing the Warrens or something like that, and then I ended up deleting it because I was like, no one's gonna sit here and watch me do the Warrens for 2 hours. Like, and I didn't really think anyone would get any benefit from watching me go through all the fights. But I do have a generic like delve guide video out there. So, I mean, that one I think is definitely worth it. What do we think, chat? Are we actually gonna get some stuff? We are sudden but inevitable betrayer, so that's fun with a cool little raven guy. Let's see if our luck continues. Please. Alright, I mean, whatever. Wisdom's better than growth. I'll take it. That's a happier thing to get than other things have been. I wish. I wish. Open up those gold keys because I can't help myself. This song sounds like it's gonna be fun. I can't tell though. Let's get back up to that overworld. Oh, what is that crap? That is some crap. We're giving her another spin. Like, come on. Alright, let's make another team. Let's see what team we want to mess around with here. Yeah, All Seeing Eye is the first one that I got to 500, honestly. Because it's just... Oh, wow. That was so close again. All Seeing Eye, I think, just color-wise, ends up being the most interesting. Here, you guys can get a preview of my my knight. Do I have it made already somewhere else? No, I think I deleted the knight team that I was using. So, like, if you're gonna build a knight, which I do not recommend you do. Now, Corn, you are 100% right. Like, having a good guild, to me, is, like, important for a lot of reasons. So, like, a good guild is gonna get you resources, because they'll be completing all the tasks. It also gives you kind of, like, a reason to keep playing beyond just, like, the game. Not that the game isn't interesting, but as a social game, there's actually a lot of coordination, especially with Tower of Doom. So, I mean... I think a good guild is kind of like one of the most important things you could be doing, personally. So here's your window into the knight guide that I'm going to be making later. So if we look at the troops that are knights, right? So what knights are there? You're going to be a little disappointed, but let's look at them. So we'll sort this by base, and when you look at the knights that are there, right? So you get these two, and it's kind of like you're already kind of uninspired. Like, Champion of the Guard is not that interesting. So, like, here's the team I think I made. It was like God, what else did I use? Because Cane Sword, if you don't know, so this is making a mix of mana based on the number of knights, so you kind of need a 4-knight lineup to make it really, really work. I might have put Possessed King in there, honestly, actually. That actually sounds right, because that sounds like who I am as a human, is to put Possessed King on every team. Regardless, so you get worse mana generation out of this, but the mana that this is making is actually perfect for these two, and this guy's actually making a perfect mana for this guy, and you are getting extra stats for both of them. Well, this guy's getting an extra 2 every turn. Champion's going to be giving at least Possessed King another, which can help. So this team is like super slow, not very fun, but it does work. I've won with this. So you want to be using a banner that's giving you blue and red, since that's the mana you're largely making. So that's your guy. Probably. That might be your guy, actually. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, it's like, there's this team. This is kind of like the knight team. So it's kind of like, it's not that exciting, honestly. So... basically what you're doing with the team like this is like trying to get your Cane Sword up so you can actually get some kind of mana generation started. It's not very effective though, because you don't get 50% mana start. The one thing you have to your benefit, though, is that you don't really care if this guy takes skull damage. Like, it's completely inconsequential, so you can kind of just ignore that. But then you're really just up here trying to get one of your people started, and it takes a little bit. So since we have Possessed King, that does make this go a little faster, but like we're not controlling any kind of storms. Like there's no storms that are going on, so this team is also not good from that point of view. Like you can tell there's like a lot of reasons to not like this team, admittedly. So then you get your Cane Sword up, you get your mana generation started. I still don't even have enough to get my guard going. There he goes. So now that we've got the guard going, this will be a little easier. So then it's just kind of this like whittle down thing. But like, I don't know, if you guys play PvP a lot, you just would know by looking at how this game is progressing that this is not fast enough. Like, if I was trying to be very serious about PvP, this would not be the team to use, because this team is just going way too slow. So, we got that guy. Go Knight, go! You can do it! We got our Cane Sword up. Oh no, my Possessed King! No. So I mean, this is probably like one of the best teams you can put together. I messed around with War, like having War on the team of all troops because he's also a knight, but he doesn't necessarily do anything all that exciting either. I think that War is probably better than. I think he gets more, like he's more useful than a lot of us use him, but. It's just like, it's a very uninspiring team. Like, this team is not exciting to use, it's not super effective, like, it's just, I don't know. I mean, that's the team, right? Like, so I mean, as far as Knight class goes, like, if you're not using Cane Sword, like, there's literally no reason to be using the Knight class at all. Because as far as the class is concerned, there's nothing, like, talent-wise to even care about. There's nothing trait-wise to care about. Like, this is... You can tell I'm going to have a lot of fun making this class guide. Like, all of this is bad. All of this is bad. So there's no good traits. Morale is a bad tree. Guardian doesn't offer a lot. And Light is pretty ineffective. So, like, there's, like, nothing here. So, like, of all the classes, the Knight is just, like, the saddest little baby on the planet. You can see I got it up to level 8 so far. Like, that's how much I'm struggling to even, like, enjoy playing this class. Like, when there's a Knight class event, I might just, like, dump 1 trillion gems so I never have to, like, touch this class again. But it was requested, and who am I to deny the fans that which they ask? Oh my god. It's such a bad thing. What is this Tide Color team I'm using? Oh, this is that awkward... let me show you this. This team's really awkward. It's not super effective, but it is... Like, if the team is... Oh, I was about to say, if they're impervious to anything, it's, like, going to be a bad time. So, like, this team is kind of fun. It's fun to use. I wouldn't necessarily call it great, though. But this team, you basically just, like, keep getting enough mana to get your Queen Mab popping off. And then, like, you just, like, use Pharaohs to keep trading extra mana. It's important to actually... stop it. It's important to actually get your jar off so you can get the Ice Storm flowing. But then you basically just keep like trading with this. Like I'm gonna probably die actually because there's no way I'm gonna kill Zul'Goth in time. Or I'm a total liar and we might just kill him anyway. We don't have the alignment that we want, but oh wait, what? Literally almost missed that. Still don't have the alignment that we want. But we're just gonna hit Zul anyway. Oh, we're so close. We got lucky. Go us. Possessed King. Bam! Top tier troop right there. A+ damage. I know, you guys requested it. I will do it. I will do it. I will just, you know, have like a bottle of whiskey next to me as I'm recording that video. Because it's just not going to be fun. So that team's like a random cheeky team, I think. It would be better if Pharaohs was doing blue mana, but that was like the first time that I actually used Pharaohs in PvP was that team, so I thought that was actually kind of cool. Let's see guild task-wise, how are we looking? Not at all. My lordy. Well, I think we're rolling up towards the end of the stream here. Let's get some more wheel spins in there. It doesn't feel like a key lime stream unless I hand out more codes than would be generally recommended. What team is this? Oh man, I was trying to make a dark shot team. Well, let's just play it. So like I have this concept of a team in my head is like Darkshot and Arachnian Weaver have to be a good combo somehow, and I'm like gonna keep trying my ass off until I successfully make it work. Because like Darkshot as a weapon is actually one of the strongest mana generating weapons in the game, so like it just makes sense that it should work. I mean, I'm dealing with all of this, so this is gonna be a bad time. That's not gonna loop appropriately. I'm taking skull damage, so this is just bad news across the board. I'm gonna have to just hope for a good bounce here. No. I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't even think they got a 5 or a 4 match out of that entire trade. Yeah, I mean, this is a lost game already. This is the problem. I want Darkshot to be like this cool thing. I put together a few teams actually that were pretty good with it, but like it depends on you killing, which is just not all that exciting. I missed the comment that you're replying to, JZG. What did I say? I hope I didn't insult anybody by accident. What is this team? Oh yeah, this is the team that I threw back together when I fought Salty on stream, actually. So like Salty was fighting people, and she called me out or like asked to fight me or something. This is a really cheeky, dumb defense team because it's all 2 empowered converters and like tons of damage coming out of Glaceon with Rope Dart. Like, I mean, this is just a dumb defense. I should honestly use this on like defense days. What is this Sentinel team? Oh yeah, this is a dumb team. So if you get Tina, this is probably like your... this is like my version of a really dumb Tina team. Of course, we're frozen off the start with no cleanse, which is a great start to things. But it's like, you basically just like get Tina every single turn because every single person on your lineup is generating brown mana in some capacity. So it's like the whole point of this team is just shoot Tina, rinse, repeat, shoot Tina, over and over and over and over again. And it totally works, but of course you're like completely dependent on Tina RNG at that point. So like sometimes this will lose, but admittedly this wins way more than it should. Like there's no reason why this team should be effective or like actually have a chance to win, but it does, which is a sad thing because Tina is just like that offensively powerful. Like I don't even remember what the other team was just running right now, but I'm sure their team was better put together than mine. Granted, I saw Scorpius, which is probably a sign that maybe that's not true, but I mean like this team should be a lot scarier than my team. The only thing I would have to worry about is the mana drain on Corvash, but since I have so much mana generation, it shouldn't even be an issue. Like, I don't have the right alignment for Gimlet right now, but I'm just gonna cast him anyway. Psh, hell yeah. It's coming back to you. Sorry, I just like added this song to my playlist yesterday, I think. I like it. Oh, all that spell armor. None of that. No, that's a bad Leprechaun. That would not have been a good cast. Oh, there was a 5-match or 4-match right there. Idiot! It's like Napoleon Dynamite. Idiot! That's how I felt. More wheel spins as we get towards the end. Yeah, I'm definitely late to the game as far as streamers are concerned. Like, there's been people streaming a lot longer than I have. I think it's really cool, actually, that we all join each other's streams. Like, I jump in tacits as much as I generally can. Oh, yeah! Code time, baby! Now I gotta scroll back and make sure it's not that code that I gave you guys before. Yeah, alright. Totally gave out that code last time. I need to get way better at that. Final code of the stream, my boys and girls. I love you guys. What a fun Sunday morning. Like, how can I be sad after today? After a start of the day like this? Like, come on. What an awesome start to the day. Oh, that's fun. Am I just gonna get beat the F up by this team? Probably. Ooh, that's bad. This is one tip I'll give you. I've said it a bunch actually, but I'll say it again. If you see alignment like this, I mean, Moon Rabbit's got it twice, so I'm not sure if I can actually break it up, but if you see they have alignment, it is your goal on your turn to not let them have that alignment. Like, you need to end this turn with them not having alignment, otherwise this team is just going to pop off and ruin your life. I'm not sure I can break it though, which is unfortunate. Because if I do this, that's still going to be aligned. And that's still going to be aligned. Yeah, I think we're going to take it in the face here regardless, but generally that's what you're trying to think of. This is just one of those boards where like there's nothing you can do. But let's see what happens. That's another thing I forgot to mention. You can abuse the crap out of the AI because they are dumb idiots. They'll just cast off their abilities when there's no reason to, and they will just take skulls when there's no reason to. And now we have a chance. Because this team is going to get Tina mana so damn fast. I love you too, Cord. Now they're just sad. Oh no. Where did all of our people go? Nope. I mean, it's kind of whatever. Like, they're just delaying the inevitable at this point. Because we got the Tina-nator. Bam. Bap, bap, bap. Just blast them all down. That's a leprechaun. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Play with our food a little bit. And then assassinate. For no reason. So that's a fun Tina team. I actually like win way more with that team than I would ever expect to, since it literally only uses Tina for damage and everybody else there is just to get Tina mana, which is like the silliest team on the planet. But since Tina is that strong, it actually works, which is kind of silly. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for the stream this morning. You guys are all totally awesome as far as jumping in on a Sunday morning and checking out the stream. I appreciate each and every one of you. As I mentioned, I'm going to be out Monday to Wednesday, so I'm going to definitely try and make the Monday morning weekly preview video before I take off on my flight. I'll see if I can maybe record a video for later that I can post in the middle of the week, but I'm planning on streaming when I get back on Thursday, so at a minimum you guys will be seeing me there. I'll just be playing all my Gems of War remotely on the plane, at the hotel, all that other fun stuff. So thanks, of course, for jumping in. Thanks for everyone on Mixer and Twitch that joined us this time around. For folks that don't know, I have a YouTube channel with all this fun Gems of War content on it, so feel free to subscribe over there. But I appreciate you wherever you choose to watch me. But I love all you guys. I will see you when I get back. Love ya. Mwah.